Black Myth Wukong surprises coming later this year, says director. Can we expect a DLC announcement? So I had actually done a video in regards to this information back in like September. It was one of those things where it was a rumor. It was from that park place. They had announced that there was rumors being talked about that they were going to be coming out with some DLC kind of towards the end of January. And they mentioned in the article the reason they were planning on doing that was in regards to the Chinese New Year. So they kind of wanted to have it so, Chinese players would kind of get a little bit hyped for it around that time if they were to come out with some DLC, as well as any people here in the States that happen to celebrate the Chinese New Year. It was something that they can kind of get them excited and get them wanting to play the game again, which I personally thought was really good marketing on there. And if they do decide to go that route. So I thought that was pretty cool. There is some information coming out more recently about them coming out with DLC around that time. So it is something that does kind of make it seem like the rumors are actually going to be true and something that does come into fruition. But as far as some more surprises, there are some surprises we're gonna have for players out there that would enjoy the game. Some that have already have the game, and some that might have not had the chance to actually play it. So some good news should be coming, and we can go ahead and get into this right here. So Black Myth Wukong is set to receive some surprises later this year. The game's director Fang Ji said, suggesting DLC is indeed on the way. The game won the fan voted Game of the Year award at last night's Golden Joystick, with G making the comments during his acceptance speech. Of course, you might have already completed our game, he said. That's perfectly fine too. Keep following us, and there might just be some surprises waiting for you later this year. So I think that's really smart, being able to do like an announcement like that, with him winning the award, and something that'll definitely keep players hyped up and ready to kind of get back on the game if they have the opportunity to. So what could those surprises be? At the very least, Xbox players are still waiting to get their hands on the game. Its release on Microsoft's platform was delayed as it needed more time for optimization, though rumors swirled around a PlayStation exclusive deal. Now, personally, I've mentioned it many times before. As far as the current consoles that I have a PlayStation 5 and then a Switch. I don't have an Xbox Series X or S or a PC. I probably wouldn't get an Xbox if I'm being honest, just because it is one of those things. If I do get a PC, any of the games from Xbox you can play on there. So my goal right now is to more or less get a PC so I can actually play some of the games on Xbox that I haven't been able to, as well as the fact that I've seen so many mods and been done so many videos in regards to mods that have come out and with different games that I would want to be able to actually have a PC to play, as well as I'm hoping that I can actually use that to be able to stream. I have the potential to stream right now, but I personally have noticed that with the graphics card that I have, I'm having issues with my OBS where I'll plug in the game, start playing it, and for some reason the audio cuts out from the gameplay. So it'll sound good for like a couple of seconds, maybe like a minute or two, but the more I start playing, all of a sudden the audio just cuts out, and then I have to restart OBS. So with that being the case, PC is definitely going to be what I'm trying to go for, and better upgraded PC than the one I have currently, so that I can have that opportunity. But as far as the goes for the article here, I think that'd be really unfortunate if they did decide to go with PlayStation exclusive, just because, with so many Xbox players out there, people that are still, on the Xbox that don't like Sony, because I personally know a few people that prefer Xbox over Sony. I think that would be unfortunate, just because, like I've said before in the other videos I've done in regards to Black Myth, it looks like such a fun game, and I've heard it's really good. So to kind of hold that against Xbox players, I think this kind of messed up, just because not everyone is able to afford a PC, and for the people that do have Xbox, I feel like we're kind of past that point where exclusives are a huge thing. I think it'd be better if they kind of just have it so that they can have, games on every system. And if anything, I would actually prefer if they did it in the vein of like Soul Calibur 2, where you can have a game that's on each system, but they have some exclusivity towards them, like how they had it where you can play as like Link in the GameCube version. You can play as, I can't remember the character's name, but he's in Tekken on the PlayStation, and then you had Spawn for the Xbox. So if they were to do something like that, I think that would actually be pretty cool in regards to actually keeping games only on certain platforms. And but that's my personal opinion on that. Then we'll go ahead and continue on here. So, at the least, Microsoft reiterated the delay was not due to platform limitations, A release date still has not been given 3 months after its launch, but could still arrive before the end of the year. More interestingly, G's comments further suggest DLC is on the way. Back at launch, an FAQ on the game's website noted DLC and non play to win game purchases may be released in the future. So, more than likely, like some skins and then probably some like music or something like that, or some weapons you might be able to actually use. So, after release, Bloomberg reported Game Science was working on an expansion for the game following in its footsteps of From Software's with its Elden Ring DLC. So, probably have it so that you kind of start again from the beginning. You have to go from the ground up and then kind of work your way up as far as leveling goes. So, all the enemies that you face will probably be hard again. So, multiple rumors have also circulated. The DLC will release in early of 2025 to coincide with the Chinese New Year. So perhaps G's surprise is merely a release date announcement this side of Christmas, looking at you, the Game Awards. So pretty cool news. Like I said, I already had this information. The DLC was going to be announced at the end of January, but the fact that they are having it so that there is potential for it to come to Xbox, I feel like is a good thing for Xbox players. Even though that they haven't really given a release date yet, it's still a little bit up in the air. And the potential for them to actually do a PlayStation exclusive. I feel like if they were to go that route as far as it being a PlayStation exclusive, they probably would have announced it already and kind of made that clear to people. But who knows? It is one of those things they are probably trying to figure out the kinks and kind of get everything situated as far as any like contracts or something like that before they can go ahead and start making any announcements officially. So hopefully that'll be some good news. Hopefully it'll be something we can all look forward to, especially because, like I've said before, I haven't had the opportunity to play it, but it is something I do want to pick up and actually check out. So those are my thoughts on that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. If you guys could like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you guys have been watching this long, I really appreciate it. It means a lot. And yeah, until next time, Harmonic out. Peace.